The enemy came up against your children. The enemy came up against your name. The enemy came up against your character. You will win, win. You will win, win. The enemy came up against your health. The enemy came up against your finances. The enemy came up against your vision. The enemy came up against your business. You will win. Oh, you will win. Yes, you will.
Hello, everyone. This is Jerica J. Red Brumfield, host of All Things Web Show. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you're new to this channel, All Things Web Show is a realm for restoration, education, encouragement, laughter, and motivation. And so, with that being said, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this room, even if you're on YouTube. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. We have some great content that's coming out and also some great stuff that we're going to be talking about on tonight. And so now we are going to bring up our guest for tonight, Miss Toni Watts. Hey, Miss Toni, how are you doing
Hi,
tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am doing pretty good. Thank you so much for coming in and being with us. We know that you have a wealth of knowledge and experience in the topic that we're going to be talking about tonight. And so I'm glad that you're able to be on and help us on tonight. And so if you could to just tell us or somebody that's watching that's not even familiar with you, who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Well, hello everybody. I'm again. My name's Toni Watts. I am a native of Picayune, Mississippi. I grew up here, graduated high school, was educated in the public school system here, left, going away from here with the United States Air Force in the military, and my journey took me to Tampa, Florida, which is where I spent my career, my working career. Once I separated from the military, I remained there, raised my family, became a community activist. I ran a community development organization, and we just helped a lot of people to better their lives and to be self-sustaining. And that brought me back home, and I've been here since 2011 and semi-retired.
That is great. I've been to Tampa once, just recently, actually. It was pretty cool. My first time being in Tampa, so I loved it up there. And
Yes,
so, what we're
beautiful
going to
city.
be talking about is financial literacy, something that is so big, broad as well. And so, if you could to just tell us what is financial literacy in your terms or definition.
Well, financial literacy is simply just a healthy, having a healthy relationship with our money. Simply put, it's understanding how your money is earned, how it's spent, and how you save it. It's really just that simple. And then the lack of having financial literacy can lead to a number of pitfalls. Like accumulating unsustainable debt, either through poor spending habits or just having no long-term preparation. It leads us to having poor credit, bankruptcy, housing foreclosures, other negative consequences for our families and our futures. So we want to become financially literate.
Definitely, I could definitely agree with that. And I like how you said a healthy relationship with your finances,
Absolutely.
and I done been to the place of losing cars, credit score going down, knew what to do, and it just wasn't a healthy relationship. And so I'm grateful that I get to, get back on track even now and stay on track even now with the things that you all provide, the information that you all provide, not only just information, but the free information that you all provide. And we are going to be talking about that a little bit more. And so, if you could, like, do you have a story or testimony about where you were dealing with your finances, having a bad relationship to a healthy relationship now?
Well, I am proud to say that I am at the early age of retirement at 62 years old. And so I have a lot of experience behind me. When I was a very young lady in my 30s, I was divorced and had raising two children alone by myself. I was trying to go to college, accumulating college debt. I was robbing Peter to pay Paul with credit cards. I was, I had credit card, pay one credit card with another credit card for gas, a credit card for groceries, just doing all of the things that I thought and trying to make sure that you made the credit payments on time. And really, I was only digging a deeper hole for myself. And I began to understand, how are you going to get out of this situation? How can you do it? And once you begin to understand where your money is, what the key to financial literacy, the key to money management, number one is creating a budget. So I had to do that. I had to create a budget for myself. I had to stay within the realms of that budget and to make it happen. I do something. Well, let me just do a plug for the Rosa Sharon Family Resource Center now while I'm talking about it, because the reason why I'm teaching financial literacy at this particular time is because of Rosa Sharon Family Resource Center. We wrote a grant and was funded to be able to bring a lot of resources to the community. Financial management is just one of those. And in that, we teach a principle that I learned very early on, and when I was struggling through my debt, and what I use, and it's called a debt snowball. At the time, I taught at my church, and I called it God's Debt-Free Army. And so we set up our budgets to become a part of this debt-free army. But this army creates this debt snowball that you can use to get out of debt within months, and you can have quite a bit of debt, and it's not something that you have to do.
So it don't take years.
No, it doesn't.
Sometimes it don't.
It doesn't take years. It doesn't take you being stressed out over finances, because stress can ruin relationships. Stress can ruin your health. Stress can, and that when you have financial stress on you, we hear about people, especially during this time of the year, committing suicides and doing all types of things because they can't handle the burden of the financial stress that they've placed on themselves. This debt-free snowball can happen within months, and it's not a one and done thing. Don't think that I'm in debt right now, and once I get out of it, I'll never do it again. That doesn't happen, because we just continue to evolve in life, and so we're going to be running into different situations. But this is a principle that you take. It's a principle that you can use over and over and over and over again to make it a part of your life, to know how to again gain that healthy relationship with your money. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. It's just basically having a strategy, of a plan, just being strategic in that. And also, I like another thing you said, it's a principle. So you can always get back in debt, which this is not the good thing to do, but you will always have the principle that you all teach, and that someone can bring over years later, teach their children, and always get out of debt if they ever get into it again. And absolutely. I want you all to be encouraged, because she said something so good, that no matter how much debt you in, you can get out. And so it's just all about starting now and creating that budget that she was talking about. And if you do not know how to do it, if you do not know how to do it or what to do, I'm sorry. Can you still hear me?
We can still hear you.
Okay. If you do not know how to do it or what to do, we're going to be giving you some tools, resources today And so that's why I'm so excited about this. All the shows have been good, but I'm excited about this one because I actually been through y'all course and y'all program for free. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later in a few minutes. And so when we're talking about financial literacy, it's so broad. It is very
Right.
broad. And so what are some things that you all discuss when we're talking about financial literacy, and also some different avenues of financial literacy?
Well, when we're talking about financial literacy, you hear that term, you may think, oh, wow, financial literacy, it's, a class I'm going to have to go and, have to know a lot about it. And then sometimes people are, they allow that shame demon to creep in, and, you feel like you have to expose yourself if you're going to be talking about your finances, but it's not true. We're just talking about basics, taking basic steps to take control of your money and your future. Talking about creating a budget. We utilize a example budget. It doesn't have to be your own, but it's a lot of homework. So you take home and you do it, and you have to be accountable to yourself to do it. Okay, then we talk about keeping track of your expenses and give some ways in which you can do that, some tools and products that you can purchase that makes that easy. We talk about being prudent about saving money and checking your credit report, and we'll help you to reach out to the credit institutions that provide those credit scores when you're trying to secure a loan or something like that, and how to check your credit score for free. And then also we talk about investing in your future. And the big thing is that debt snowball, because what we want to do is when you leave, we want you to know how to get out of debt, how much you owe, and exactly how long it's going to take you to get out of debt. Okay. Just recently, I know of someone who had I think they had almost $7,000 in debt. And once they calculated everything and how much their debt snowball was going to be, it would take them 18 months to be debt free. And that's exciting.
Wow, that's not long at all.
Not long at all.
That's not long at all. And it's reasonable too. It don't put you in a stressful place trying to get out, And
Right.
so you can do it in a good time frame and still be happy and not stressful.
Absolutely. We want to make sure, and especially in these trying times, we're going through COVID, we got a pandemic, it's stirring up again. People are stressed about a lot of things. The children are at home. So, and we can't, some people can't work, they're trying to get unemployment. So right now we really need to know, have this relationship with our money. We really need to know how much we have coming in and what are our expenses and how we can pull those two things together. We want to make sure our intake is larger than our expenses, and we want to get it to a place where we have an emergency fund. We talk about that as well. All of the things that will relieve the stress. We want to relieve the stress from our body so that we can be happy and healthy, number one. And then we want to be financially secure.
Definitely. And can you talk to the people out there that, I know we just went through Christmas time, we're going up to New Year, but I was fired September the 6th, 2018, before the pandemic, and things were still going by pretty good. But they have people who have been let off during this pandemic, those who are their benefits are starting to dry up when it comes to unemployment and different things like that. How can they still be financially free or debt free with the little that they have? What kind of steps or advice that you would give these type of people who are working with little and have a lot of debt?
What I would say, and I did this in my own life several years ago, is that now when in the situation that you may be in, you have to get back to the basics. So there's some things that we have to care for. We need to have a roof over our head. We need food to eat and clothes on our back. That is the basics. That's it. And if that is all of the resources that you have coming in to take care of those things, again, I stress, get rid of the stress. So if that's all that you can have, that's all you have to take care of, then that's all you take care of. You take the small resources that you have to secure that for you and your family. And then once you have done that, then you begin to pull out all, we want to make sure that we give to whoever it's due. If we owe a debt, we want to pay a debt. So we want to make sure that we pull all of our debts together and get an understanding of what we owe and who we owe. Okay, if you owe Aunt Sally $20, we're gonna calculate that too, and then we'll take what we have coming in, what resources we have, create a budget from that resource, take care of your essential needs, and then start to process the rest of the money. That will free your mind.
Yeah,
it will free and you'll be able to go out and possibly, make some little side hustles, or and happily look for a job, and then God is going to bless you. That's one thing. Add prayer to that list, okay? Because God will bless the work of your hands if you do it and you do it diligently.
I agree. Yes. And so that also comes with self-evaluation and we're not being, what you call it, in denial, when we know we have a lot of debt, because sometimes it's a hard thing to face. It's hard to sit and look at all your debt with little bit of income. I've been there, and it's like, I don't even want to deal with it. I just kind of turn my face away from it, let the bill collectors call, and just go about my business like it's not even a thing. So we have to be not in self-denial, but actually facing. I remember God just told me something just the day before yesterday, and he was basically saying, face the hard things. So we can't just keep running away from things that are hard, or that we have to face it head on. And so that's how we're going to overcome and get to a new level, the next level. And so if you all need side hustles, like, this is something that I do, accountability, because we need to be financially free. We need to be in a better place financially. We was talking about a few weeks ago about inflation, how prices are going up, things are going up, and pay is just staying the same, or if not, some people pay is decreasing. And so we need these principles that people like Miss Toni teach, and the resource center teach, and we can use these for the days to come. And so everyone, thank you so much for coming in. This is Jerica J. Red Brumfield, host of All Things Web Show. I am here with Miss Toni Watts. We're talking about financial literacy, and also becoming debt free. She just gave us so many tools and tips that we can start with today. We don't have to wait till later. We can start with today. And so if you're just now tuning in, please go back and watch the beginning of this, because she gave us some tangible steps that we can use right now. And so, Miss Toni, if you could, to just talk about what you all offered, the program, the name of it, and the dates that's coming up, all the good stuff that y'all have. And if you have any more like information on financial freedom that people can do now, please let us know and tell us.
Well, one thing that ran through my mind when you were talking was that we also want to make sure that you start early teaching our children about financial literacy. I did I used to play a little game with my kids when they were small. It was a jar game. It's nothing that I invented. I saw it on the Oprah Winfrey show. We had 3 jars, one for saving, one for their allowance, and one for entertainment. And that was where the money that was collected in there, they could use to go and rent videos, and we would have movie nights and those types of things. So something as simple as that just shows your children, it starts to implant in them about saving, and the things the Bible says that train up a child, and when they're old, they will not depart from it. Those simple techniques and things that you teach them when they're young, it will stick with them. So I have some good savers now today. But to speak about the Rose of Sharon Family Resource Center, it's a nonprofit and connected to Rose of Sharon Church. And they offer some good programs. Financial literacy is one. We'll be starting a new class on January the 3rd. I see the flyers up on the screen now, and it's free of charge. We go through all of the principles. It's 4 weeks. There's 4 classes, and they're about an hour and a half, according to the discussion. If the discussion gets heavy, we don't last any more than 2 hours. For 4 consecutive weeks. And at the end of that, you'll have the tools that I alluded to, and we go into much more detail about it. Other things that they are doing at the Family Resource Center is they have parenting classes. There are families that are separated, and some of them go through the courts, and they're trying to get back unified with their children. And then there are just parents that are interested in finding out, you have these new babies now. Okay. So there are different ways that the schools are teaching. And as parents, we need to understand that. And there are different disciplines and things that we may not have learned in our culture growing up. So Miss Felicia Perkins is the instructor there. She is phenomenal. Grandparents, parents, aunts and uncles, anybody who is participating in the life of a child in a manner of guiding them and parenting them. Parenting classes are phenomenal. Then they also have sessions on healthy relationships. I think Jerica has probably attended most of them, so she knows that it is a quality program, and it's something that you would not mind recommending to a friend or family member. Healthy relationships. And I don't have the list of all the others, but there's dads, for you dads out there, Fatherhood Initiative, the Fatherhood series. They meet on a constant basis, I think monthly. Just men, just talking about different things and different issues that involve each other and with their families. Okay, so there's so much that's going on. You can contact Miss Kathleen Broomfield, who is the director, or Miss Felicia Perkins, who is working there. I think the address and the telephone number is on the screen. They are doing so many phenomenal things. Just last week, the week before Christmas, they put together a toy giveaway for the families in public housing, just free of charge, just because they want to bless those families and to give back to the community. We need this kind of an organization. So please come out and support. And I hope that you gain something from what I've said. I love to see you in the class come January, and let's kick off the new year. Starting right, getting our money in order, and be bosses by the end. Okay.
Yes. I love it. She mentioned a whole lot of classes that they offer for free. Can somebody just type or say for free? If I was in church, I'll tell you to tell your neighbor. But we on virtual, so it's for free. We have a lot of excuses around nowadays saying, well, I don't have the money to start. I don't have this. I don't have that. And so, as you all heard, it is for free. I have been to them. I don't know if you said they even have anger management
Oh,
classes.
anger
I
management.
was in anger management class, and people laughing like, "What you doing in anger management class?" And so I'm like, "It's for free." You just never know what you may need it for. You never know who may have an anger issue that you can spot out. You just never know. With the tools that they give you. Also, it's just about learning you more about you. I've been in the healthy relationship class. Also, with that, the class they give you a booklet. You also, some people may be asking, can they do it virtual? You can do it virtually. They have virtual classes as well. And so if you want to do this, please, please, please inbox All Things Web Show and we will get your information over. Or you could comment under and say, this is for me. I want to sign up for one of the classes. And so we'll get your information over to the correct person. Like I said, they give you out booklets, and so you get free booklets what it says money management. Let me see if you can see it like this. So just so much stuff that they go over. You're not going to be able to actually see the content. And the good thing about it is some people have not graduated high school, college, GED. They give you a certificate of
Certificate. That's right.
graduation. As you can see, my name is on there. I have a few certificates because I've graduated different programs. And so it is actually a good program. This is the one from the healthy relationship class. I done been at like 2 or 3 of them, y'all. But and I'm planning on signing up again for the financial literacy because this is information that you can get one time, but repetition is the best teacher. And so I like to sign up for things more than once. And so as I'm preparing for marriage as a single woman, I want my stuff to be in order and to prepare. And even if you're in a marriage right now and y'all kind of having trouble with y'all finances, who wants to say that they're
Right.
having trouble in their finances? Don't nobody want to say that. And so everything is confidential. The information does not be put out to no one else. And so please just text um, us and let us know. We do have the phone number. Let's make sure, let's put that back up one more time for them. There we go, right there. Think it should be coming up sometime. Okay, there we go. So the number is on the screen. Make sure you just screenshot it if you could and go from there. Let's see if we can type it in. 769-242-0533. Or you could contact 601-215-4949. And that is for Kathleen Brumfield. We just typing it in so that we can show it up. All righty. Let's make sure that y'all can see that perfectly clear. And Miss Toni, do you have, there you go, the number is on the screen right now. And so y'all can text or call that phone number or y'all can inbox and we would get it to the correct person. And so, Miss Toni, do you have any last words or anything else that you would like to say or encourage the people out there that may feel like they have no hope?
Well, I want to say that there is hope, and you can just start from where you are. Just start from where you are. Don't beat yourself up about what you've done in the past, what state you're in, how deep the hole is that you've even dug. Just start from where you are and start filling it in. And I want to say that I draw strength from the Bible, and the Bible talks about um, uh, uh, the lilies of the earth and the birds of God can put feathers and on the birds of the air and the flowers on the lilies of the field, what more would he do for us who he created in his image as man? So there's nothing that's too hard. Wherever you are, start from that point and move forward. And trust me, you will be one day able to look back and say, wow, look where I came from. Okay.
I love that encouragement right there. Start from where you at. Because eventually time is going on even further. I remember I was thinking one day that if I would have started back then, how far would I be right now? But I kept putting it off because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so behind. So let me put it off some more. And that's not the, correct thing to do. And so I love that
Right.
encouragement that you just gave us on today to start now. And it don't matter where we have come from, the future
Right.
we have, if we still breathing, we still have another chance, and God is giving us and granting us the opportunity and that chance. And so this is an opportunity for you all today. This is an opportunity for you all to join in. The class starts in January, so you have enough time. The new year is coming up. As me and Miss Toni were talking about, people have New Year resolutions about financial goals. And
Right.
so,
People try to, we start with these diets, we start with, where we want to be. One thing I've always done as a young woman, a single woman, I was single for a very, very long time, did a lot to raise my own family. And always in December, I always wanted to accomplish something. So you start early, start in January because you don't know what's going to happen throughout the year. Start now, set your goals, set your budgets, start putting things in place, and then we continue to work from there. Right now is the time to do it. January 3rd, call the number that's on the screen and you'll be blessed.
yes, yes. Thank you so much, Miss Toni, for coming in and being with us on tonight. I really, really enjoyed this conversation, and I'm so excited for people to join you all's program.
I am too. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. This is Jerica J. Ray Brumfield, once again, host of All Things Web Show. Like, yeah, this was really, really good. Practical steps to start. Once again, you can join. They give you a free booklet, like materials to go with it. And also with the materials, they allow you to graduate. And so that's such a exciting thing to do, is to graduate from the classes. Y'all see? Y'all see that? All right. And so thank you, everybody. If you would like to support All Things Web Show, you can donate by going to Cash App or PayPal right here on the screen. And if you would like to be a guest on All Things Web Show, just go to the comment and click on it, and it'll send you the website. And so y'all just go on and book if you would like to be a guest on All Things Web Show. All right. Y'all have a great, great, great night.